yeah, so this is Michael and Mark here from Dual Cast Drafts. We're about to hop into a Khans of Tarkir 8-4Q.
Ooh, already 5 people, 6 including us.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are doing the same thing that we are, and playing Magic Online while watching the Pro Tour finals in the background.
Oh, did it just end?
I don't think so.
What happened? Oh, there's best out of 5. That's right.
Yeah, right. The Pro Tour finals are best out of 5, so they got a couple games to play still.
This is, I want who won? Oh, the evil guy, the guy that you think looks evil.
Dude, don't say that on the video.
Well,
oh my god!
Oh, here's Ghost Fireblade.
We were just talking about what would happen if we saw Ghost Fireblade.
Pick it. That's what we're gonna do. There's nothing else that's.
So there's Ghost Fireblade. There's Chief of the Scale, which I like. There's Bringlow. There's
Embodiment of
Sultai
Spring.
Scavenger.
I love Embodiment of Spring.
Yeah, I noticed that you're pretty high on the Embodiment of Spring. I don't think this card's
if you're base
super. If you're already blue-green, I like
yeah.
it, but I don't like it as like a way to move into the 2 colors, you know.
No, yeah.
But Ghost Fireblade is like, you know, it's obviously colorless, so it leaves us super open. It does leave us open to move into like the weird morph deck, which could be kind of fun. I haven't actually drafted that archetype yet, but I've been crushed by it, so I don't know. I think the pick here would either be Ghost Fireblade or just Bringlow.
Oh, I also like the Soothsayer is really, really, really good.
That's true. The Sultai Soothsayer is very strong,
but
it's still not worth first picking a 3-color card. Yeah, so we'll just take the Ghost Fireblade and stay open. I think that's a pretty strong pick. Ghost Fireblade is good in any kind of aggro deck, even if you're not like doing weird morph shenanigans with it.
Yeah, it's whatever creature gets +2/+2.
Yep. Mardu Ascendancy and Mardu Charm. That's interesting. So there's probably Mardu Charm and Mystic of the Hidden Way and Savage Punch are like the strongest cards in the pack.
I like Abzan Guide.
Abzan Guide is also strong. I'm not really sure. What do you think that we should pick here?
Maybe Savage Punch.
Taking Savage Punch just as a removal spell in green. If we are going to be like morph stuff, we're going to be kind of like leaning towards blue-green regardless. I really like Mardu Charm. It's very strong. I just don't know if we want to take that 3 colors this early, you know?
Yeah.
So Savage Punch, man. That seems like it's not the strongest card to be taking second, you know?
Well, maybe we should take Mardu Charm.
Just take Mardu Charm as kind of like a...
Here we are.
Yeah, I think we'll take it. It's just so much stronger than every other card in the pack. And there's also this Mardu Ascendancy, which I don't
think that's good.
I like it all that much, yeah. Well, maybe.
Oh, there's Sultai Charm.
All right, let's just take the Sultai Charm and go 5-color.
I like Longshot Squad. I like Force Away.
Ooh, I really like Feet of Resistance, though.
Yeah, Feet of Resistance.
I think Feet of Resistance is very strong.
But I think Sultai Charm's the best.
That's true, but can we really pick it here?
Yeah, we don't need to commit to Mardu.
That's true.
We probably won't play one of them.
That's true. We could just take the Sultai Charm and just say, like, both those cards are super strong, so we'll just stay open to one of those 2 clans.
We'll read the signals.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Like, I'm leaning towards Feet of Resistance just because I feel like the Sultai Charm isn't a very strong signal because people are kind of shy away from taking those 3-color cards early, whereas Feet of Resistance is kind of a strong mono-white early pick. But
yeah, no,
we'll take the Sultai Charm and just kind of see where the draft takes us.
And
interesting. I think the pick here is either Riverwheel Aerialists or Hooting Mandrills.
I think so too, yeah.
Both of which go well with the Sultai Charm, so I'm glad that we picked it. Which one do you think is better? I think they're pretty similar on power level.
I think the Aerialists is better.
Yeah, just it's almost just a bomb, you know.
Yeah, no, you play it and you just keep attacking for 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean it's an uncommon over the Hooting Mandrills common. These Mandrills go a little later than 4th pick too.
Yeah, we can pick those up later if we need them.
Okay, so we'll take the Aerialists. interesting direction this draft is taking us. We'll just kind of have to wait and see kind of where we end up.
Yeah.
Ooh, some very strong cards here.
I think the
with
Pine Walker.
Pine Walker is just very strong.
It's great, especially in the morph deck.
If we are in the morph deck, Pine Walker is
We do
awesome.
Get more morph.
I also really like Water Whirl.
I don't like that card that much.
Well, I like it specifically if you're in a blue aggressive deck like Teamer or Jeskai.
It costs a lot though.
It does cost a lot.
And it's 2 blue. If you're splashing the world, then how are you
That's
gonna...
very true. I mean, I think that it's not as good in like a Sultai deck, which is what we maybe are looking to be more in than like a Teamer or Jeskai. So I like the Pine Walker over it regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we just take the Pine Walker.
If the Pine Walker wasn't there, I could see taking the Water Whirl.
Right. If the Pine Walker wasn't there, we would take maybe the Water Whirl or the Flock or even like the Blossoming Sands.
Or Lurkers, if we want to keep Mardu.
Right. Or the Throttle, actually. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, yeah, Throttle.
Throttle's pretty strong.
Actually, maybe, yeah.
Ooh, Sultai Flare I really like.
I do too. Smoke Chiller Bears are really good in this format. Bitter Revelation's amazing, but those...
Yeah, I like Aerostorm as well. Aerostorm's strong. Not for us, I don't think, but... Yeah, the Sultai Flare is just actually just really deceptively powerful.
Yeah.
Like, you look at it and you're like, oh, gain life ability doesn't really matter, so it's just like a 4-mana 3/4 kind of vanilla creature. But
well, even that's pretty good. But...
Yeah, that's what it turns out. It's like a 4-mana 3/4 is just really good in this format. Just eats morphs all day. And that life gain, like, can actually gain... Like, we already have 2 creatures with toughness 4 or
including
greater.
the Flare.
Yeah, it triggers off itself. So it's just like, it's a pretty sweet card. Pretty late to see this, especially because it's monocolor, right? It's only green.
And there's a Embodiment of Spring, which I think we should take.
There's a couple different
If
picks
we're
we could take here.
if we pick the Embodiment of Spring, we can go from 2 lands to 4 lands, which helps the Pine Walker and the Aerialists and the Flare.
That is pretty strong. I guess the other consideration would just be the Bitter Revelation, which I think is also pretty strong. But it looks like we are kind of leaning towards being base blue-green. And that's what I said, right? Like, I don't think I like to take this card as a reason to move into blue-green. Because it's kind of sketchy as, like, fixing, because you need to have both the colors. But like I said, once we are in the colors, it's much better. It's much closer to an actual, like, mana dork.
And, like, now we can splash the Sultai Charm if we want to.
Exactly.
And play some other color.
Oh, wow.
Misfire Weaver and Sultai Charm.
And
wow.
Misfire Weaver is definitely strong. Another Sultai Charm is very strong.
I don't know which one.
I also even, like I would have been happy to take Glacial Stalker or Treasure Cruise here. I think those are both totally decent cards. What do you think here? Do we just take Sultai Charm?
I don't know. I kind of want to take the Weaver just because
the Weaver is also very good.
3 power flyer.
3 power flyer. It's also a morph. You can blow people out.
It's a morph too. So.
But then again, Sultai Charm.
Sultai Charm is good, but we do have 1. I don't know. I think Weaver, but
Weaver. I'm down with that choice actually. The thing you gotta remember about Sultai Charm is that it doesn't always kill a thing, right? The target monocolored creature.
It's not as good as it seems.
Sometimes isn't gonna kill you.
And then another embodiment. Now we can go from 1 to 4 or 2 to 4, so that's good for the Weaver, good for the Flare.
I also like the Highland game here. I think this is a totally fine 2-drop, particularly in like a defensive deck where you just love to just trade it off with the morph and gain 2 life.
Yeah.
But the Embodiment of String is probably a little better. It serves the same purpose of clogging up the ground as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you can never have too many.
Now we're kind of in the position where we can maybe, like in pack 2 or 3, pick up a late like Trail of Mysteries or Secret Plans.
Yeah, definitely.
To start moving into blue-green morph, where we don't have to like actually waste a high pick on them, since we're already in those colors. I think Crippling Chill is probably just the easy pick here, right?
Yeah, it's definitely playable.
It's definitely playable, and nothing else here. Well, everything else here is like kind of pseudo playable, but
I think it's the best.
Just
card.
not in our colors, and
I'm always happy to play Crippling Chill in my.
Yeah.
And I'm always happy to play Cancel when I'm heavy blue. I feel like Cancel when you're on the play is very good.
Yeah, I do think I'm like very hesitant to play it if I have any concerns over the double blue at all. But we are shaping up to be a relatively heavy blue deck.
If you can reliably cast Cancel on turn 3, then I think it's. I played 2 in a deck with also 4 Embodiment of Springs and
4 Embodiment.
Did very well.
I don't know how I feel about that, but that's another discussion to have. What do we take here? I don't think we're playing any of these cards.
Maybe the Banner, just in case we want to play it.
All right, I can see that. I really don't like playing banners. But
Me neither. I don't either, but
it's nice to have it just as an option. Yeah. I saw Yuya Watanabe was playing a banner in his like aggressive Mardu deck in a draft deck that he did pretty well with, I think.
Let's take the Lurkers.
Yeah, Canyon Lurkers is fine. There's a chance that we go into Teamer. We only have the Sultai Charm really pushing us into Sultai right now.
Yeah.
And actually, we're pretty happy to pick up that Wetland Sandbar right there, I think.
Oh, yeah. You wanna get a couple 2-drops.
It's nice just to have random 2-drops. Yeah. It looks like we're probably definitely out on that Martyr Charm at this
Who knows
point.
though if we get more embodiments.
Ooh,
Oh.
Bloodstained Mire. Little fetch land action there.
Maybe the debilitating injury.
Well, we're gonna take the fetch land, I think.
How much is it?
They're worth like 7-6.
All right. Well,
So we're probably just gonna take that.
but if that weren't there,
If the fetch land was not there, I
Probably
think our
the
pick
captain.
would be the Tuskguard Captain or the Jeskai Wind Scout.
I would say second would be debilitating injury.
Over the Wind Scout.
I think so in this deck. I
Yeah,
do
can
love Wind
see-
Scout, but
I can see either of those picks. Tuskguard Captain is super strong.
man,
I
it's a
think would
shame
probably be our
that
pick. It is a shame.
I
that
hate
we're gonna
picking
have to
a
back it.
fetch land. Just seems like such a waste.
Oh, Mark, don't be that guy. Be happy that we opened a $7 bill.
You opened it. I'm not.
Mark's just upset because this is my Magic Online account and not his.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna take that fetch land.
Ooh.
Avalanche.
There we
Tusker.
go.
There's a reason to be in Teamer.
And
There's
then
our
maybe
Secret
Plans
Plans.
comes back.
Maybe Secret Plans comes
Who
back
else is
on the
going to
wheel.
be playing? It's not a good
Yeah.
card.
Any other cards for us here?
Wait, let's actually read the Tusker.
The Avalanche Tusker is not incredible, by the way. He's a 5-mana 6/4 that forces a creature to block him in combat.
Definitely worth picking up, though.
Yeah, definitely worth picking. Not like super crazy, but there's not really much else for us in the pack, to be honest. So
And another thing to ramp into with the Embodiment of Spring.
that's true.
Ooh, and there's a Teamer Charm.
Ooh, it's the Teamer Charm. We got the Jeskai Elder, Bitter Revelation, Force Away, the Jeskai Wind Scout. A bunch of different things we could pick here.
I think we take the Charm.
Right, because we just got past the Avalanche Tusker, right?
Yeah, and we can easily play splash the red and the black. Like, if we put 2 black sources and 2 red sources with 2 Embodiment of Springs.
Well, we do have this black-red fetch line.
Hey,
as
there
well.
we go. We also have that.
All right, so I'm not sure if I like the Teamer Charm more than Jeskai Elder or Jeskai Wind Scout, to be honest. Like, Jeskai Elder is pretty strong. So is the Wind Scout. They're both.
The Elder's not that good. I thought it was better than I played it, and it just never seemed to. It doesn't. It loots, and it should draw you a card like that Merfolk Scroll Thief.
Right.
But and the Wind Scout is good, but not in this deck. I don't think. Wind Scout's good when you're really aggressive, because then you play and then start tempoing them out with your Crippling Chills and your bells.
Oh, interesting. Teamer Ascendancy, too. Is that card good? Like, what does this even do? Creatures you control have haste. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures.
The
that triggered
Flare is power 3.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was looking at its toughness.
I think that's a trap.
I
think
don't
Throttle.
think that card's that good.
I think Throttle is the pick, or Set Adrift. I don't know how good Set Adrift is. I wish it was an instant. I like Throttle here.
I don't think I would really want to splash Throttle, though, if we're going Teamer also.
No, because all we have to do is
Like,
anything with 1 black in the cost that costs 5 mana. We're easily going to get to play with the 2 Embodiments of Spring.
I guess that's true. I don't know.
I think as long as we like.
I don't really see what else there is for us to pick. Like, I guess I kind of like Dragon Grip. Maybe we should have talked about that. It's not bad if you can trigger Ferocious with it.
And then there's the Mandrills.
Right, so I think here our choices would be between Teamer Charger, Disdainful Stroke, and the Mandrills. I quite like Teamer Charger, actually.
Yeah, I think. Maybe we can play take it, and then hopefully the Morph Enchantment Wheels. Right. We do want to play some.
It's just nice to have 2-drops. I like the Mandrills too, but we already have like a lot of pretty heavy late game.
If I wasn't hoping to play the Morph deck, I would pick the Mandrills.
All right, we'll take the Teamer Charger and hope to play the Morph deck.
Windstorm, or the Swift.
Yeah, I think the Swiftwater Cliffs is probably our pick here if we are going to be getting fancy with our mana base. I think the next pick would probably be Glacial Stalker. I wouldn't want to play the Aerostorm with a double red. I don't.
No,
think
definitely not. I like Windstorm in the sideboard.
Yeah, Windstorm in the sideboard's fine. I've never really been in a situation where I was like wishing that I had a Windstorm. But there's definitely those decks flying around, I think.
Because do we have any good flying defense? Oh, and another land.
Ooh, blue-green land. Or do we take the Grizzly? The Grizzly's also pretty strong here for us.
Is it?
I think it's just all around, like on defense, it blocks, threatening 4 power to trade. Like on offense, it smacks down for 4. I mean, I know.
I do like taking the lands though when we're trying to get 4 colors.
It's very true. If we are, I'm still not sure if we actually are going to be 4 colors, but
Oh, I think we should be. Teamer Charm and Sultai Charm, both worth playing.
they're true. But casting your spells is nice too. All right, we'll be conservative and just take the land though.
Ooh, Warden of the Eye.
Now we're gonna just play 5 colors. Huh?
That card is amazing though.
Agreed. I had a really awesome Jeskai control deck
Like
where I had
the
2
thing
of
is,
them.
if we get like 1 or 2 more embodiments of spring, we can easily splash all 3 colors.
I don't know about
The
that.
bell is great.
I think we're just gonna take the Singing Bell Strike here.
But I don't know. I think Warden of the Eye is pretty
I
amazing.
think that's true, but it's still, we can't do that. That's a little too greedy.
All right, take the bell. I'm always happy to take the bell.
Yeah, you like the bell.
I do like the bell. Oh man, the
Couple.
enchantment didn't come back.
It did not. Secret Plans did not wheel.
Someone else's.
I'm secretly happy about that because I didn't want to have to play. But we have actually an interesting pick here. 2 different morph creatures, I think, are kind of what we're looking at. The Sagu Archer or the Glacial Stalker.
I picked the Archer just because it blocks a lot of things, including flyers, which we don't seem to be too good against.
That's true. We're weak against flyers. It's good to have the Archer as an option. I kind of like the Glacial Stalker more, just because it has 4 power.
Yeah.
But the Archer is good. Just shores up a weakness that our deck has.
There's Secret Plans. Let's take it.
Never mind. Alrighty then. Looks like we're maybe the Secret Plans deck. I don't know. How many morph creatures do we even have?
Oh, Force Away is good.
Yeah, Force Away is also a good pickup here. We're very heavy blue.
Yeah, it's good to be
interesting.
pick one color to be heavy in.
Alright, do we just take CDC's Pet? Is that the deal?
Or the draw 2.
Yeah, I think we just take Wii Fate.
Yeah. Probably not going to play it.
I haven't been too high on this card, yeah. It just seems like being instant speed as compared to divination sorcery speed isn't a big enough upside for it to be worth paying 4 mana
and
for.
inspiration, was that M14?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was that Ravnica?
We picked up a Glacial Stalker here, which is pretty sweet for our last pick.
Is it? I don't think that's a good card.
I think it's pretty sweet as our last pick.
As the last pick, yeah, but I would be mildly disappointed if we had to play it.
If I think if we're in the Morph deck, we'll definitely play it.
Ooh, Mind Swipe is good, but Scion of Glaciers is really good.
In a heavy blue deck, which we are clearly, the Scion of Glaciers is very strong. You're right.
Mind Swipe is pretty fun to have.
Yeah.
I had one draft.
There's also. Sorry,
I had a draft where I just every time I played that I won.
Mind Swipe seems good. Scion of Glacier seems good. Swift Spirit I don't think is good for our deck. Longshot Squad seems good. Even the Abomination of Gadul seems pretty good.
Yeah, either the Mind Swipe or the Scion I think is the pick. I'll let you decide, Michael.
I'm not really sure which one I like more.
Well, do you want to have fun or do you want to win?
The one to win pick is the Scion of Glaciers. The one to have fun is Mind Swipe.
Yes. Let's have fun.
Well, you know me, Mark. I want to win.
Oh god, that turtle.
There. Ooh, the Meandering Tower Shell. Are we gonna pick it here?
We're not picking it.
I don't know, Mark. Look at the rest of the pack. Look at the rest of the pack. And tell me again, we're not picking it.
I hate Scaldkin, but I'd pick that over the turtle.
You pick the Scaldkin over the turtle.
Oh no, let's. Yeah. Either the Scaldkin or the Bloodfire Mentor.
The Bloodfire Mentor.
I think the Scaldkin's the pick though. We're heavy blue. With
I actually think Scaldkin is totally playable. He's not super excuse me. He's not super exciting, but he's like a 4 mana 2/2 flyer that has random upside with sometimes you get to take out a big creature that you couldn't take out or deal the last 2 to their face or something like that.
You know what the problem with the turtle is? This is why it's a bad card. Is because you attack, and then he doesn't actually get to attack until the next turn. So your opponent has a whole turn to find out what they're doing against that attacking turtle. That just seems awful.
That's true, but what are they gonna do? It's got 9 power or 9 toughness.
Play a Death Touch Kid. Yeah, Death Touch Kid.
Oh, a couple interesting cards here.
I think we take the Lich Lord.
Karu Lich Lord. I gotta say, I've actually been pretty unimpressed with this card. I played it in the draft that I played yesterday.
I think it depends what other cards you like. Your other creatures.
The other card for us to think about picking is another River Wheel Aerialists. There's a Woolly Loxodon.
Loxodon's always good.
Yeah, I don't know if we would pick it over like the Aerialists or even the Lich Lord.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think the Lich Lord, but the Aerialist is also pretty strong. We just have one, so do we need a second one?
Yeah, we can get a little crazy. And
Then
take
again, though, the
the
Lich Lord
Lich Lord.
will make some not nearly as good. It's at random, so if you have a bunch of other like embodiments of spring.
Yeah, if we have our embodiments of string.
So maybe we should take
I
the
think I'm kind of
Aerialist.
out on the Lich Lord.
Yeah, let's take the Aerialist.
The Aerialist just has more impact when you play it.
Yeah.
And what about here? There's Crippling Chill. We could just take the Dismal Black Backwater as get some fixing.
Yeah, I
can
think we take the
Highwind
land.
Game.
I'm happy taking the land.
Yeah, nothing here is like super exciting. More exciting than just taking the fixing, I think. At this point, like we have two teamer cards really worth playing. I don't know, with the Canyon Lurkers, and like two.
And that's where you want to be.
Sultai cards worth playing.
Yeah, and then we have 2 embodiments of spring, so that's also fixing.
Pretty unexciting pack here. I think we probably just want to take the Monastery Flock, right?
Yeah, and we could side into it. It's also a morph card.
Yeah, it's just fine
We might want to play.
to have as a morph card. You know, you also kind of put it in your deck for the same reason that you put like the Sagu Archer in your deck. You know.
Yeah.
It can protect you from like a really quick like Jeskai Flyers start.
And it morphs.
And it morphs, which I don't know if we're actually going to be playing Secret Plans in this deck, but I'm not exactly sure how many morphs we have.
Ooh, just go Wind Scout.
That is a pretty late Wind Scout. There's also another land and a
I don't know if we need a second one.
A second land.
Yeah, over the Wind Scout, because we have the...
I mean, we're just so heavy blue. I just really want to take the Wind Scout.
Yeah, I'd rather take the Wind Scout.
Get our creature count up a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't deny another land. I always want more fixing. But
yeah, if the Wind Scout
I think the
wasn't
Wind
there.
Scout's powerful.
Oh, a
to just
bell. Take the bell.
Another Singing Bell Strike.
That card, I can't believe it comes this late. It's so good.
Yeah, people just really undervalue it because they just really hate that 6 mana untap because they just like they just it's like the card says on it like your opponent.
And another Wind Scout too.
Oh wow.
I'm happy to play.
Yeah, very happy to pick that up. I think that gives us a lot more just kind of tempo than we had before.
And we have the Chill. The Chill is really good with the Wind Scouts.
It is.
Oh, there's your Water Whirl, which no one wants.
Yeah, that's true, but I think it might not be terrible in this deck.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, we're kind of tempo-y.
I think
We might just want the Disdainful Stroke, though, actually.
no, that card's not worth playing. I think you're right. Take the Water Whirl.
I think it could be pretty good in this deck. I'm not sure if we'll play it, but it has potential. And here, I don't think we really want to be like splashing the Bloodfire Mentor.
No,
I think we just pick up the Kindred Warden as a morph.
Yeah.
That like we can maybe like play if we're in an aggressive matchup.
We'll see.
I'm not really sure.
We'll see how many morphs we end up with.
Right.
I take the Sandbar.
Yeah, we'll just take the Sandbar as a 2-drop. Briber's Purse.
Briber's Purse. Never worth playing.
Saw some play in the standard constructed Pro Tour.
Did it?
In the Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck.
Well, we are not the Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck.
No, we are not. We're gonna take it though, just for funsies.
Another Sandbar.
We're Wetland Sandbar Beatdown.
Oof.
All right.
Maybe we're just blue-green.
It looks like we're just kind of like blue-green
Splash.
tempo.
Yeah, splashing the Charm, the Tusker, and the Throttle. And yeah, that's it.
The 2 charms, the Tusker and the
The 2
Throttle.
charms, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, let's begin.
Yeah, so I think the first thing we're going to do is just take our lands out for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
We'll group our creatures separately from our spells.
We can cut the Mentor, the 3-mana Mentor.
Right, we're not going to play the Bloodfire Mentor.
Let's try not to play the Flock, because I think we are now, with the 2 Wind Scouts, a little more aggressive.
Yeah, I agree.
And cut the Secret Plans.
Yeah, we're not going to play that card.
No.
Given that we're not going to play that card, I don't think we're going to play this Kindred Warden either.
No, and cut a Sandbar.
Yeah.
Actually, cut 2.
is-
I would play 1.
I'm going to cut 1 for now.
Okay.
We'll look at it when we come back.
Yeah.
I think we're probably not going to play Canyon Lurkers either, right?
Yeah, definitely not. Now that we have the 2 Wind Scouts, maybe we don't need the Archer.
The Sagu Archer,
Yeah.
because we just have flyers to block. We don't really
Yeah,
need the
now
reach guy.
we have a lot of flyers.
Yeah, I mean, he's the kind of guy that we can kind of side in if we decide we really need to be able to put up like the stop sign against a flyers deck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at our spell suite for a minute here. I like the Ghostfire Blade. I like the Force Away. I like the Strikes. I like both of our charms. I like Cancel. I like Crippling Chill. I don't know how I feel about Weave of Fate or Weave Fate.
You know, it's not bad just to you drop it for the Wind Scout to +1 and also draw 2 cards.
That's true.
But we could cut it. I like the Throttle. I think the Throttle is good in this deck.
Yeah, we are a little kind of just removal light. I mean, the Singing Bell Strikes are basically removal.
Yeah.
And we have the Sultai Charm and the Temur Charm.
So we need to make 4 cuts.
I don't know. What do you? I know we talked earlier that you're more on 17 lands,
Especially with the embodiment of springs.
a lot of people are on 18 lands in this format, though. I don't know. When you're
Well, let's make 3 cuts and see where we
yeah.
get to.
Because if we're actually going to be playing 4 colors, it seems like having a lot of lands.
Oh, let's cut the Glacial Stalker.
Yeah, we have a lot of top end without it. We don't really need it.
Yeah.
With like the double aerialist, kind of just take all the, take the place of that card.
Yeah. And you know what? I kind of think we can cut the Skuldkin.
Yeah,
We have
our
enough
4-drop slot
flyers.
is a little fat. We already have our much better flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have early flyers with the Wind Scouts, and we got the later flyers with the Riverwheel Aerialists.
And let's
the Mistfire Weaver.
let's cut the Weave of Fate. The Weave Fate.
Yeah, I agree. It just it just isn't efficient for what it does. All right, so this leaves us. So the cards that I'm looking at to cut, I think are. I actually think I want to leave the second Wetland Sandbar in because we only have 14 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to cut, I think, Cancel or Water Whirl. What do you think about that?
Well, because we are splashing the red and the black, I think we can cut the Cancel.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
The Water Whirl is going to be not nearly as hard to cast.
That's true. It'll be much easier to hit the 2 blue by like turn 6.
If we were a little bit heavier blue, I would keep the Cancel, but
yeah. I don't know. I think Water Whirl is going to be good in this deck. Though.
I do too. I think here it's going to be fine because we have the flyers and just those. The Wind Scouts are going to do some work for us.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with the Strikes and the Forced Away and even just like playing Ghostfire Blade before combat is awesome.
Yeah,
like, much less like playing it before combat and equipping it to a Wind Scout who's now like a.
Also, the Bell Strikes effect prowess. And the Chargers, another with the Crippling Chill, we just lock them down. I would have liked one more Crippling Chill in this deck.
Yeah, I didn't really envision us ending
so
up
aggressive.
as tempo-y and aggressive as
those
as we
Wind
ended up
Scouts. Getting those so late was
we really did. Those
quite
Wind
the
Scouts
boon.
came around pretty late.
And it's nice because we have them, and then to finish them off, we have the big things like the Tusker and the Aerialists.
Okay, so are you leaning towards just then keeping the list at this and playing 17 lands?
Yes.
All right, I think I'm still more leaning towards 18, but I'm gonna go with you.
We can always change in the sideboard if you're not agreeing with it.
That's true. And I think maybe like we might want to go if we know we're gonna be on the play. Go up to 18 lands because we just really want to hit our land drops.
Yeah, but the springs are basically lands. Oh, and we'll make sure we put our fetch lands and other.
Indeed. So yeah, we'll do our mana base now.
Yeah. So we want to hit our blue drops.
So Moto is telling us 10 islands, 3 swamps, 1 mountain, and 3 forests. We actually don't have as much green. Like we're almost just splashing the green.
But we do need the green for the embodiments of spring. So I would.
That's true. And the nice thing is that we do have a double green spell, Pine Walker, but most of the time we want to be unmorphing it, and I'm pretty sure it's single green to
exactly.
unmorph.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to be hitting tons more. We want to be hitting the forest early for the embodiment of spring. So
I would do at least 5 forests plus whatever the dual lands.
Yeah, let's go down an island and down a swamp.
Yeah.
Start from this, and then let's find our dual lands here. So we've got a black-red fetch land, blue-red dual land, blue-black dual land, and blue-green dual land.
Mm-hmm.
So we've added 3 blue sources,
So I think we can cut
one
another island.
green source, 2 red sources, and 2 black sources.
I think we can cut an island for a forest, then we're done.
Well, we have to cut multiple because we just put in all these. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources, 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources, and 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources.
And should we cut an island for
So
a forest?
should we go from 9 blue sources down to 8 blue sources and go up to 6 green sources?
Yes, because we want to have an island and a forest in our opening hand.
Okay. I guess we don't really need 2 blue for anything except for the Scion of Glaciers.
And the water roll.
Right, but that's pretty late.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm a little concerned about running 4 colors, but we have 4 dual lands, so we'll
It's
see.
really two colors and
Yeah.
2 half colors. It's like a 3-color deck.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It'll be fine.
Anything else? Take a quick look over our
Let's
sideboard
put in
here.
Mardu Charm actually.
just so we can say that we
For-
went all 5 colors. And
Yeah.
secret plans too while we're at it, just because
Yeah.
why not?
So to say we went 5-color more.
Alright, that's the deck.
We'll see you after the break.